we are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio Grassman or even the Michigan Dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week, it's kind of the next 2 weeks are kind of a two-parter as they kind of heavily involve each other. And this week, we are taking a look at the Montauk Project, and the little background on it, it alleges that the United States government held a series of exercises, experiments, whatever you want to call them, at Camp Hero or Montauk Air Force Station in Montauk, New York. And this was allegedly used to develop psychological warfare techniques and time travel, which we'll kind of get into more next week. And do you know which one this is, Camp Hero or the Air Force Station?
This is Montauk Air Force Station.
Okay, because I know you were the one that added the picture. I just wanted to be sure which one it was before I said anything.
Or at least that's what it said whenever I grabbed the picture, so.
Fair enough.
So, the beginning, stories have circulated since the 1980s, and seemingly started with the questionable accounts of Preston Nicholas and Al Bielek, and both claim to have repressed memories of it, and Nicholas claimed that he was forced to participate against his will.
And I believe it was either Nichols or Bielek that claimed that Barack Obama, the former president of the United States, was a part of the Montauk Project.
Wow.
Of course, it's allegedly, not saying that, former President Obama was part of it. This is just some guy's claim, and it's very not proven. And some more claims besides President Obama being part of the project is that time travel, teleportation, mind control, alien contact, and the moon landings being faked were all claimed to be false. Or, the moon landings just being faked and all of these, and the four others being possible.
Yeah, all these seem important, but I feel like the real one is the Obama being a part of it. That seems
Yeah. I'm not saying it was Obama, but it was aliens.
Okay, so some pop culture. So there is the Montauk Chronicles, a 2015 film adaptation. Of course, Stranger Things 2015 to 2025 was inspired by the stories, and its working title at the one point was Montauk. And then Mysteries of the Abandoned, 2003 episode.
So yeah, I think Stranger Things is the biggest, most well-known, most popular adaptation of the alleged stories of the Montauk Project. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that, because, right whenever I read that, I sat there, I'm like, you know what? Thinking back to Stranger Things, I'm like, it does make a little bit of sense. I can see the connections.
And on to our thoughts, and I'm going to kind of spoil what we're going to talk about next week, because I think parts of the project are true, because MK Ultra, which is going to be the topic for next week, did in fact take place. But I don't think that the Montauk Project, as it's claimed to have happened, probably actually happened. If that makes sense. So, it probably happened, just probably not as the way the stories say it happened. And I doubt that Barack Obama was actually part of it. Or if he was, I think it's so classified that we won't ever know in our lifetimes.
Yeah, kind of like Austin was saying, it's like Montauk Air Force Base. Of course, there's probably stuff going on there. I mean, maybe not the Montauk Project that we've been talking about, like time travel or something like that. But yeah, I don't. Some projects are probably happening, but nothing to the extent of time travel, aliens, Barack Obama, stuff like that.
But I think that's all we've got for this week. Join us next week as we'll take a look at MK Ultra and its possible tie into the Montauk Project. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, leave us a comment and a follow. And we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary Laveau or the Rougarou. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, the folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokoloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like the phoenix, coming back around again and again. Though there's a strain on your brain if you've got more than 2 brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney is dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject to folklore.